Hello, welcome back to part 2 of The Creator. Right. We're hmm. And there. All done on this side. Another day, another round of house duties. Honestly, this is really starting to get old. Sure, my power is perfect for this, but that doesn't mean I should be doing everything around the house, right? It's like I was made solely to keep this place clean. Son? I flinched at the sudden voice, turned around as I spotted a familiar figure approaching me. Huh? Oh, Moon. Hello there. Did she hear what I was mumbling about? What are you doing here? I'm gardening. Can't you see? Shouldn't you be in the dining room with the others? Listen, question. If he has bunny ears, right? Do we have like human ears on the side as well? Because that would be weird. Like he has four ears and then. Oh, I already cooked breakfast. Even packed a special one for you, since you rarely eat with the gang. Should be in the fridge. There's a sticky note with your name on it, so you won't miss it. Just heat it for a bit before eating, okay? That's not what I meant. Seeing you here, I bet you didn't even eat yet. Huh? I tilted my head, confused. I'm a rabbit. I eat grass, okay? I'm out here touching and eating grass. I'm a rabbit. You always do that, you know? Do what? Putting others before yourself. Don't you ever get tired? No. I blinked at her words. For a moment there, I didn't know how to respond. No, I'm fine. Really, don't worry about it, son. Hmm? I can feel it. This feeling you care, this feeling you carry with you all the time. If you need someone to talk to, then oh shit, I skipped. Need someone to talk to, then I'm fine, Moon. Why are you suddenly saying all this stuff? So you're gonna be stubborn. Then at the very least, let me help you water these flowers. Thanks, Moon. I barely had time to react before she stepped closer and reached for the hose in my hand. I couldn't see her expression clearly beneath the mask, but were her cheeks turning red? Yes, you will eat breakfast after this, okay? Uh, sure, if it makes you happy. Okay, obviously I will eat the breakfast. Fragment 4, The Lost Traveler. Right, what is it? The Lost Traveler. ah, uh. did did I make it? After running for several minutes, I finally came to a stop. I stood there, catching my breath, as I looked back at where I had come from, the house. I'm sorry. Prince, Jester, I left them behind. I tricked them. What? I'll come back to save you. I promise. Are you sure? You know you can't make empty promises like that. Who's there? A rustling sound came from the bushes ahead. A shadow emerged, eventually revealing a figure. Oh, ho, did I scare you? Oh, ho, he has horns and he has a tail. I wonder what that is. Oh, ho, ho. Who could you possibly be? You have horns on your head and a creepy tail. Ho, ho, ho. I wonder who it is. What do you want? The person in front of me was radiating a very peculiar aura. I hastily changed my stance, a defensive one. In return, he merely shook his head, dismissing my reaction. You're from the house, aren't you? How do you know about that? Haha. Wrong answer. Shit. That was the wrong reply. You were supposed to deny it, sweetheart. You really are as dense as you look. Well, why? Why should we deny it? Who are you? Who's this guy? Now, before anything else, how about we introduce ourselves? My name is... Oh, you're Ego. Hello, Ego. I'm... A vagrant, I guess. What do you want from me? My. You have no sense of respect, do you? What did he expect? We had just met in the middle of a forest. Besides, those eyes. He looked dangerous. I had to get away. If you plan on running away... Oh! What was he, a psychic or something? Well, I guess I can't stop you. But what will you do after that? You'll be all alone. Yes. Where will you go? You know the outside world is dangerous, right? Where will you find food when you're starving? I'll eat the grass. I'm a rabbit. Where will you sleep when the nights get cold? Under the bushes, where I belong. He was right. I knew no one outside of the house. Was my escape all for nothing after all? You still haven't explained what happened. Like, what did we do? Should I go back and pretend none of this happened? What do we do that had us running from the house? No. An escapee of the house. Why don't you come with me? Huh? You're sick of the creator's ways, right? You wish to beat him, correct? How did you know about that? Haha. Don't sweat the details. What matters is the fact that I can help you. Will you really? A few weeks had passed since my encounter with the ego. Surprisingly, I had grown familiar with him, despite his suspicious behavior and tendency to disappear and reappear whenever he wished. He had taught me various techniques to harness my power. He even introduced me to new magic I could use against him. He even said that I was a fast learner. As for the house, nobody seemed to have noticed my absence. My plan, leaving a clone behind in my place, was working perfectly. Okay. So this one at the house is a clone? Finally. What took you so long? Oh, it's him. Ha ha ha. Did you miss me that much? So this is the real me, and the one back at the house is the fake. Is a clone of this guy. Okay. In your dreams. Anyway, did you? Here you go. The ego flicked his fingers. Perfect. Perfect. A woman magically appeared before me. This is perfect. We got a female. Perfect. In our basement. Haha. Her mouth was covered by a white cloth. Was damp, likely caused by her own muffled cries. Thick rope restrained her, keeping her utterly helpless. Her face was stained with tears. Wait, why does she look like... No. Who is that? I nervously bit my lip. Should we really go through with this? Huh? Akir? No idea how to pronounce his name. Are you really hesitating now? Yes. This is the perfect opportunity to test the magic I taught you. Yeah, I know that. But if this works, her power will become mine, right? Exactly. But... He suddenly stepped closer. He rested a hand on my shoulder, his face leaning closer to mine. Listen, you have to think this through. Why are you here? Why did we go through all this trouble? It's for your friends. And he's now giving us a creepy face. This is not good. In the house, isn't it? Oh, if you don't do this, you're leaving them at the mercy of that grumpy old man. You wouldn't want that, would you? He was right. I had to do this. This was for my friends. If I don't do this, then who will? Okay. What happened? Hello? No, this isn't it. Did you find it yet? I'm trying. It's hard enough trying to control someone else's body. My clone, to be exact. If you want to spy on the house, then you should get used to it. Consider this training, sweetheart. This is one of the things I taught you after all. We were back at the house. I was scouring through the books in the library, hoping to find that one specific title the ego insisted on retrieving. If you're so desperate to see that book, why don't you help me? I turned, glaring at him as he lounged across the desk like he owned the damn place. No, that won't do. Consider this a challenge that you must complete if you truly want the truth. The so-called truth he spoke of, the truth of the house, the truth of the creator. It was definitely something worth working for. Whatever. Hey son. Huh? My heart nearly jumped out of my chest. When I turned, I saw a familiar woman skipping towards me with a bright smile. Hello. Who is this? Our clone? Maiden. What are you doing here? I thought you hated books. Ha ha, ha ha. Just looking for something. Seeing you here is a rare occurrence too, for your information. Hee hee. You're not planning to blow up the library again, are you? What? That was one time. And yet somehow it took 3 weeks to fix. I let out an awkward chuckle as I scratched the back of my head. So, what are you really doing here, Is she catching on? The maiden may have portrayed herself as an innocent, light-minded woman, but she was actually pretty sharp. She hid it well, but as someone similar to her in that regard, I could see through it. She might be able to fool everyone else in the house. But not me. Honestly, I puffed my chest. Helping someone else look for a book. Kind of a pain though, honestly. I glanced briefly at where Ego stood. He caught my eye and gave me a cheeky wink. I shook my head and returned my attention to her. She doesn't seem to notice Ego. Well, if you find anything interesting, let me know. I'll be in the East Wing if you get bored. So Ego is invisible to everyone else except Akir. Is that it? Noted. With a playful twirl, she turned and walked away. So, is that also another superpower of yours? Oh, you bet it is. I'm only visible to those I want to be with. Okay, so he is invisible. I scoffed. Also, I gotta ask something. The house has a protective barrier that keeps uninvited guests out. How are you able to walk in like it's your personal living room? Haha. Perhaps your dear God welcomes me? Almost believed him if it weren't for that fake paper-thin smile plastered on his pale face. Still keeping secrets, I see. I let my hand trail along the spines of the books on the shelf until my fingers abruptly stopped. Wait. I pulled a worn book free from the row. The Dark-Eyed Vagrant. This is the one, right? Oh, yes, that's the one. His voice, for the first time, lacked its usual smugness. He stood up and walked towards me. You've been obsessing over this. What's in it? He took the book from my hands and examined it carefully. It's a story. A rather unflattering one written by your beloved creator. When I gave him a confused look, he continued, It's about me. Oh? Really? A distorted reflection, buried under poetic flair and pity. He called me a vagrant, a drifter with no place in his grand narrative. So that's why you wanted it? I remember the creator reading it to me in the past. But that was so long ago. I ended up falling asleep and didn't hear the rest of it. Yes, I intended to throw it away, burn it maybe. Pretend it never existed. But now that you have found this book, I suppose you deserve to know the truth. This book isn't just a story, it's a message, a warning, and perhaps a confession. Then tell me everything. In time. But first, let's make sure no one else reads it. Okay? So we're gonna take it, keep it away hidden, secret, forever. Soon after, the ego told me everything I wanted to know. And after hearing it, my goal changed. It wasn't just to save the jester and the prince, but to save everyone. From that wretched prison of a place. I kept collecting more, and more, and more, and more of other people's powers, leaving them completely worthless forever. Didn't feel right, really, but telling myself it was all for my friends, dulled the guilt, and the ego. It was always there for me. Okay. So many dots. Things were going well. Until... What happened? What happened? After encountering several people to steal powers from, we were heading back to his cabin. This was becoming a routine. Finding vulnerable people with useful abilities and taking them for ourselves. The walk back was usually drowned in eerie silence, but this time was different. Hey, what is it? The ego stopped in his tracks and turned to face me. What? Raised my right hand. Was even paler than usual. Oh, we're becoming him. We're becoming Ego 2.0. But what concerned me most was the black smoke seeping from it. What's happening? My hand? Ah, oh my. It seems you've already started suffering the effects of... What do you people call it again? Corruption. Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later. Corruption? Hadn't even considered that. I've heard about it before, but I never actually seen what it looked like. The mere fact that he was acting so casual about all of this made me even more nervous. What the F? Oi, watch language. There are kids watching. Watch your language, boy. This was never part of the plan. You never told me about this. Well, you never asked. He let out a dry chuckle. Well, look at the horns on his head. You expect him to be upfront about everything? Ha 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 ha! Your fault. Your fault. It's my first time seeing it up this close. A pity. It seems your days are already numbered. Am I really gonna die? Yeah. Bye bye. Several days had passed, and my appearance had completely changed. Okay, we went from bright guy to now white guy. We went from white... No. No. We went from a white dude to an even whiter dude. To Snow White. A white dude. My appearance had completely changed. I had to wear something more restrictive and less conspicuous. My limbs were growing numb. Breathing was becoming difficult. I didn't have much time left. The painful symptoms of corruption were already manifesting in my body. A clear warning. A reminder that I needed to act. Now. I had to set my plan in motion. The plan to save everyone in the house. I guess this is where we part ways. Ha ha ha. It seems that way. He raised a hand, gave me a smile I always found to be a little too condescending, and waved slowly. There wasn't much to say. If I had thanked him, he'll only gloat about it. I gotta say, it won't be the same without you in my cabin. Oh. Oh. Why? Did we do something on your bed? Did we do something together? Just curious. Did we actually do something together? It was only a one-time thing. Okay, so we did. Okay, got it. I mean, if you gay, then you gay. I ain't gonna judge. You do your thing. But thanks for confirming. You actually did it. You both actually did it. Sure. Goodbye. Ha 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 ha. What? What? Nothing embarrassing about the touching dick? Is it? I stayed in an inconspicuous corner of the tavern, avoiding eye contact and idle conversation with strangers. I sat alone in silence. I focused on my power, peering through the eyes of my clone in the house. Okay. Hello, Mr. Ree? Who the heck is that? That's my clone, right? The bright orange one. That's the clone, right? I've heard about him. Yep, it's the clone. Mr. Ree. He's that thief guy who's been causing chaos in the city. He's very skilled and powerful. With his magic, he manages to steal anything he wishes to, like jewelries and stuff. But the worst part is that He also has the ability to steal the powers of other people. Huh? Countless people have already tried apprehending him, but none succeeded. He's a very dangerous guy. Is that so? My clone nodded to his question. But why would the creator suddenly have an interest in him? His activeness has already declined in recent days. Why now? So, the creator had already found out the truth about me. He wanted me back in the house, but seemed that he kept it a secret from the others. Why is that? Hello, Mr. Reed? That's not important right now. I need to come up with a plan. The Phantom, the Truth Seeker, and even my clone. They're gonna slow me down. They'll interrupt my plan. Okay? Should I ambush them beforehand? Just to weaken them, or... I took out the item I had found during my travels. This black key. I found it on the ground by a tree. Why do I feel like there's something important about it? So will he really take the bait? That is what the princess told me. The mission should be successful. Huh? A pair of familiar voices reached my ears. I instinctively slumped back, not wanting them to notice my presence. I couldn't help but eavesdrop on their conversation. Mr. Mortis. I think Mortis? Oh. It was the Reaper. Miss Elora. What? Elora? I thought she was dead. She must have been resurrected by the moon's power when I was away. Drink this. Following the princess's plan, this will temporarily alter your appearance. Okay, I got it. I watched in secret as Elora took the potion from the Reaper's hand and drank it in one long sip. Shortly after, her appearance changed, and she just became a transgender Reaper. Trans Reaper. That's what we call it. We're gonna call her Trans Reaper. Oh, not bad, not bad. This is kinda cool. Even my voice seems to have changed. Yes. Welcome, Trans Reaper. You have the other potion with you, right? Huh? The one that's supposed to amplify the drinker's worst memories or something? Yes, I do. I just have to give it to Ellie, right? The Reaper quietly nodded. Additionally, you have to remember to stay in character while in that form. Ha ha ha. That's easy enough for me. So, Mr. Reaper, what kind of name do you think would suit me? Trans Reaper. That's the name. Trans Reaper. You're gonna be Trans Reaper. You literally look like him. She literally looks like him. I'm honestly terrible at naming things. How about Nyx? No, Trans Reaper. Transgender Reaper. So in short, Trans Reaper. Just like your pet crow. That's okay, I guess. Then let's go with that. Okay. I learned about their plan. It seemed that the moon was trying to bring me back as well. Okay. Moon. I didn't deserve that. I didn't deserve that kindness. I just didn't. I had to ruin their plan. Using the moon's power of prediction, the moon spirits anticipated that I would appear and ambush the trio during their investigation. And once I fled, they planned to corner me on a specific path. I would simply take a different path instead. That was supposed to be my plan, but I can't move my hand. Tried with all my might, but my raised hand wouldn't budge. This, an effect of corruption. Fuck! Huh? Shit. Alien, get down. Huh? Clouds of purplish smoke suddenly appeared out of nowhere. This is the Phantom's coming. I can't face him like this. I have to get out of here. My plan ended in failure, and it was all thanks to this incurable disease I carried. Naturally, I had to think of another way. Alien, he's the key here. If I'm right about this, he's already starting to doubt the Phantom. I can use that against them. I looked down at my wrist where Alien had cut me. If I can just make the Phantom have a similar cut. A small cut is all I need. It'll stir up conflict within their own group, inevitably causing them to lose trust in each other. Right? This should be easy. Heard rustling. The Phantom was coming. Where is he? Reaper, I swear to Father, you better hold on to your promise. Luring the Phantom into the garden was a simple task. Using the power of the first person I ever stole from, I was able to temporarily mimic the appearance of someone the victim held dear. From the Phantom's perspective, he must have thought the Reaper wanted to meet him here. Little did he know, someone else was coming instead. It's time. I wasted no time and pounced on him. He stumbled back, barely blocking my second strike. Phew. I darted forward again, our weapons and fists clashing with sharp echoes. He was able to recover immediately, as expected of him. His swift movements were precise and controlled, but I was faster and better. If I can just make a small cut. He caught my wrist and shoved me back, but my blade grazed across his skin. Ugh. A thin line of red bloomed out in his wrist. Perfect. If you don't want to see Mortis dying for a second time, keep our encounter a secret. You! Before he could recover, I retreated into the shadows. That's enough for now. What happened? Why do we need to cut him? I thought I had everything under control. I infiltrated the house, fought the creator, but... Haha, you really thought you were clever with all this, didn't you? What happened? Let's see it. Huh? Oh, we're back here. Oh, hello. How? Everything. Was it all in vain? Collapsed to my knees, breathless. Every ounce of strength had left my body. When I looked up at my opponent, the truth hit me harder than any blow could have. I hadn't even managed to leave a single scratch on him. Was this not the ending you expected? All of that is for nothing. Oh. Is it really impossible to beat you? Of course, he's called the Creator. He's God. He is the Lord. Oh fuck, I hit something. God damn it. Would you like an honest answer? Yes, please, Lord. You've committed a very grave sin, Akir. He walked away, turning his back to me. I hope you realize that. How many people did you render powerless? How many did you lead to suffer? It was all to stop you. I know the truth. He quickly turned to face me again. I know everything. Haha. If you weren't already at death's door, you would already be smothered into smithereens right now. But I just have to ask. He leaned closer. Stop? Me? Who? Who exactly are you, to even have the audacity to think that? You have no right to do any of that. You are my creation. You are a toy. You are nothing without me. You have to remember that. You have to know your place, you effing idiot. Oh, God! God! God is swearing! Oh my God! Oh my God! God just dropped the F-bomb! Oh, I'm shaking! I'm shaking! The Lord actually swears! Huh? A soft sound reached my ears. He let out a dry chuckle in response. My. Looks like someone finally came to rescue you. This surge of power, is it the moon? Looks like our conversation is gonna be cut short. Ha ha ha, these pathetic little toys of mine, they always put a smile on my face. As for you, he turned to face me with a look of disgust. I'll let you escape. I'll let you have a little chat with them before your... He trailed off. Demise. I'll see you soon. mystery, whenever that is. Hello, friends, brothers. I collapsed to the floor. I can finally rest. My sins can now be forgiven. Please, take care of him. Mystery. Was it really all for nothing? Okay, we still have no idea what the hell he did back in the house to cause him to meet with Ego in the first place. Like, what the hell did we do? It was never explained. Did we finally to find out the truth? So we went against the creator. Like what kind of stuff did we know? Never really explained. So I'm just confused. Why are we there? Why did he do this? Why did he run away from the house in the first place? I stood there frozen as their presence faded into the distance. The weight of my own actions crashed down on me. It was suffocating. It was unbearable. How many did I take from? How many dreams? How many hopes? How many lives? It was never supposed to be like this. I convinced myself it was necessary, that it was the only way. But in the end, what did it amount to? The power I stole, the sacrifices I forced onto others, none of it mattered. I was never meant to win, and now there was nothing left for me. My body trembled as the corruption spread, darkening my skin, crawling up my arms like creeping shadows. I had no right to be saved, no right to even exist. This is what I deserve. The blackened veins pulsed, consuming me inch by inch. Soon there will be nothing left, just ashes, scattered and forgotten. Tragic, tragic, I know. But honestly, what did he expect? He gambled with stolen power and played a role that was never meant for him. And in the end, all he has proven is that he's still just a child throwing stones at a god. Why didn't you kill his clone? What do you think of him now? He seriously thought he could rewrite the story, didn't he? But I am the story. The house will go on, with or without him. I do not even have a sliver of pity left for a dead man. But what about you? What? What do you think of him now? You did the right thing. See? Oh, now you're seeing how I see things. That is a good sign. It's rare to find someone who truly understands what it means to carry everything on their back. Order, control, balance, that is my burden. Not some childish notion of fairness. People like him, the mystery, they want freedom but have no idea what to do with it. They speak of change but never take responsibility for what follows. You know, sometimes I wonder if I would have turned out differently if someone like you had been beside me from the beginning. Someone who understands that mercy is not the same thing as kindness. That sometimes, to preserve a world, you have to be willing to burn a part of it down. Well then, I presume you don't have any more questions, little traitor. Shall we proceed? Hold on. What is it? Who was that guy the mystery was with? Guy? What are you talking about? The one with the horns and tails. Haha. If this is your way of getting back at me for teasing you, then I'm not taking the bait. What? Explain. Who the hell is that ego fellow? Well, I've had enough of that. I believe we've talked plenty about his story. How about we check on the others now, Let's see. You have reached the end of this version. Thank you for playing Spark 180. Well, okay, so that's the end. That's the first end. Is that the first end? Well, there's okay, let's see. Okay, there's one missing picture, which means there's definitely something we miss. And this is the profile, okay. Okay. Profile. Let's read about this. Alien, 18 years old. The Truth Seeker. Symbol knife. The main character of the story. Power, vocal dominion. The ability to command and influence others by simply speaking. His voice carries authority, compelling listeners to obey in spoken command within hearing range. A lot of people seem to want to take his power and use it to fulfill their selfish desires. House residency period 8 months. What? Hey, what? This is different clothing. I thought these numbers. What? I thought these numbers mean different characters. And what the hell is this? I never saw this image. Where the hell do we get it? Who's this? Jester, 19 years old, the trickster, a mask, a demon of nightmares and deception, crafty illusionist, the ability to create intricate illusions that deceive the senses. The jester can create convincing visual and auditory illusions that can easily manipulate the perception of others. Be careful when making pacts with demons. You can never escape from them. House residency period 1 year 4 months. Okay. Okay. Who's this guy then? Prince, 19 years old, the majesty, crown, a royal prince of a once glorious kingdom, cursed lips, the ability to put someone into an everlasting sleep with a single kiss. Anyone unfortunate enough to be kissed by the prince will fall into a perpetual dreamless slumber from which they can never awaken. In fairy tales, princesses kiss princesses to wake them up and lift the curse, but not in the house. House residency period 2 years, 6 months. Okay. Who's this? Phantom, 21 years old, the exiled one. Symbol, top hat. Description, a quiet and collected performer, capable of nefarious tricks. He's the eldest resident in the house. Shapeshift, the ability to transform into anyone whose magic power is equal to or weaker than his own. When the Phantom shapeshifts into someone else, he gains their powers and skills. With that kind of power, he could easily become the new head of the house. What's stopping him? House residency period 10 years 7 months. God damn. Over a decade. Okay. Who's this? Name, Sun. Age, 23 years old. Title, The Purifier. Symbol, Sun. A happy-go-lucky service boy in the house. He always wears a smile on his face. Perfect copy, the ability to create exact replicas of oneself. These clones possess the same appearance, abilities, and knowledge as the original. The Sun can control the actions and duration of these clones at will. He seems to like hanging around you. Could he be up to something? House residency 9 years 3 months. Maiden, 22 years old, the puppeteer. Teacup, a delicate and soft-spoken girl. She finds comfort in talking to her inanimate dolls. Soul Stitcher, the ability to extract a portion of a person's life energy and transfer it into physical objects, such as her dolls, granting them life temporarily. She can also infuse this energy into other living beings for a short duration, enhancing their vitality and abilities. She is often found in the doll room of the house. What could she be possibly up to there? House residency 6 years. So this is her injured, broken form. Okay, her injured, damaged form. Okay. This is Moon, 20 years old, the adjudicator, a crescent moon, a force-seer with an air of uncertainty. She's always seen in solitude. Lunar resurrection, the ability to revive the deceased as moon spirits. Ethereal beings bound to her will. Once revived, these spirits can be summoned to her side, aiding her in combat, guidance, or other tasks. With every use of her power, however, it significantly shortens her lifespan. She often goes along with whatever a person says. Does she not get sick of it? House residency 7 years 2 months. Locked. The key's locked. What about this? Oh shit, what we do? We were here. Who's this? Name Alice, Elias Alien, 18 years old, the Azure Adventurer. Symbol Starseal, the artifact owner of the truth. He is friends with almost all the inhabitants in Wonderland. After the loss of his twin, he longed for love, searching for meaning in the world around him. Upon hearing about his world's destruction, Alice sought help from the other artifact owners in finding a way to save everyone. His presence is so profound that many regard him as the most important figure in Wonderland. This is Dark Cat. What, there's more? I don't think we've seen these before. Okay, Elora. 18 years old, the Fabricator, symbol shield, Alien's protective and ever-watchful twin sister. Brought back by the moon's power, she lingers like a shadow at his side. Deflect, the ability to shield herself from the power of others. She can create an invisible barrier that nullifies incoming attacks or powers, allowing her to remain unharmed. Be careful with who you make enemies with. Some grudges don't die, even when the person does. House residency, 8 months. Reaper, 23 years old, the Doctor, a crow. A meticulous doctor with an unsettling fascination. He collects and studies other people's orbs. Spectral gaze, the ability to peer into a person's past by looking into their eyes. The Reaper can uncover hidden truths and memories through direct eye contact. He says he collects orbs. Does that mean he has a hidden hoard of them? House residency, 10 years, 4 months. I forgot to show you guys the different expression of Elora. What the hell is this? Why is there different skin color? Okay. Okay, what's over here? Dark Cat, Alejandro, 19 years old, the Midnight Watcher. Cat Bell, a mysterious guy who vanishes with a lingering smile. He is Sir Lucius' right hand and the one who told Alice his master plan. Throughout your journey in Wonderland, his gaze never left you. He has a peculiar habit of drawing whiskers on his cheeks, resembling a cat. Does he dream of becoming one? Bro, what the hell? What the hell? Cat. Silver Rabbit, Akir, 23 years old, the Lavender Herald, symbol, pocket watch. The artifact owner of the mine. He always wears a mask of calm mystery, never breaking out of character. No one in Wonderland truly knows his real personality or identity. He has an extreme phobia of being late. As a result, his domain's walls are covered with countless clocks. Okay, no injured picture. Okay. Jade Hatter. Nalis, 21 years old, the verdant gambler, symbol mirror. The artifact owner of the spirit. After discovering the thrill of gambling, it quickly became one of his favorite hobbies, leading him to become the richest person in Wonderland. Additionally, he enjoys hosting small tea parties in his forest domain. If the Wonderland inhabitants were to describe him in one word, that would be unpredictable. Heartbreaker, alias Caspian, 19 years old, the Scarlet Tyrant. Heart, the artifact owner of the heart. To conceal Sir Lucius' presence, Heartbreaker serves as the public ruler of Wonderland. He has an obsessive fixation on two things, turning everything red and of course Alice. It takes a truly patient person to understand his temper. Many have failed to endure and have succumbed to his perversion instead. Okay. He angry. He angry. Okay, what now? Okay. Okay, so that's the creator. So how do we unlock this how do we unlock this key thing? I'm gonna have to find out. Find out We're gonna find out in the next video. So if you enjoyed watching this part, please do consider liking and subscribing to the channel.